to have another dominating performance like that on the road?
Yeah, it was definitely refreshing coming off the Louisville game. Just kind of giving them all them big plays and all them points to kind of come back and have another dominant performance like on all levels. And they had that one drive. We gave up a couple of big plays, but it's definitely it's a good feeling to kind of get back on track.
What have you seen so far from NC State's offense?
I think they're kind of similar to BC and Louisville. They definitely want to run the ball. They do some weird formations. They got a good running back, solid offensive line. The new quarterback from Brissett from last year. Is he a transfer or? I'm not sure where he.
They have a transfer quarterback.
Boise State, right? Yeah, transfer. Yeah, I think the App State O-line coach, something like that. So they've got some new faces on their offense. But I think they want to run the ball. And formationally, it's kind of different. But like last week, we kind of got acclimated to BC from Louisville because their formations are kind of different. So it'll definitely be a easier transition coming off Louisville and BC with just kind of different formations. But it's a tough task, and we're up for it.
Either quarterback will be a little bit less of a challenge to tackle than Brissett was.
Yeah, that was difficult. I think me and BJ probably could have had 5 more sacks in that game, but he just threw us off him. I don't think he's as big, he's definitely a good player. But Brissett was probably the hardest quarterbacks I've had. Brissett and Lamar Jackson are probably the most difficult guys I've had. Just trying to bring him down. So I'm sure he's a good player, but I don't know if he's as slippery as Brissett was last year.
Other than Brissett, what were the problems last year defensively in Raleigh?
Just big plays. Not playing assignment football. A bunch of missed tackles. It was really just a sloppy game in all aspects. We were lucky to come out with a win with our offense playing so well. But just really a sloppy effort. I think on all 3 levels, mentally, physically, I think it was really just a sloppy game. I think we didn't come to the game prepared.
Going back to Friday night, what's going through your mind after you hit totals and you see the flag laying up there on the ground?
I was kind of confused because it wasn't close. I mean, I think the referee just saw me hit him pretty good, and he just assumed. I think a lot of these referees are kind of trigger happy. They see a big hit, and a lot of them just assume it's going to be targeting. So I was just confused because I knew my head didn't even touch him. I knew I literally just kind of like bench pressed him off me. So I was just confused why I threw the flag because I knew it wasn't close at all. And I was kind of annoyed that it was so quick. Cause I saw a bunch of other targeting penalties. I think there was one in like the Georgia game. I heard that one was actually like a targeting though. Like, that was pretty like legit. But I think a lot of the times the referees are just really quick to throw a flag because they see a big hit, and that's their job. I understand why they're trying to limit those big hits and the head-to-head plays. And I know it's difficult. He sees a quick play, he's got to react one way or the other. So I understand why he threw the flag, but for me, I knew that I wasn't targeting at all, so I was just kind of confused. And they wouldn't show a replay at all during the game, so I had an idea what it looked like. But I didn't know what the officials were seeing up top.
So how hard is it as a defender? Usually quarterbacks will try and go down, a lot of them will slide.
Right.
But then you've got a guy who doesn't go down, who tries to juke you.
Yeah.
To try and still make a tackle, but make it legal.
No, it's difficult. I think people don't realize that I play linebacker in college football at the highest level. They try to make the game so soft. And that's just not how I'm brought up. Like, I don't play the game that way. I never have, and I never will. If I have to bench press a guy off me to get him down, or shove him, or tackle a guy by his head, like in Louisville, or by his neck or whatever, to get him down, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to get the guy down by any means necessary. And I think if people think that it's cheap or I'm a dirty player because of it, then that is what it is. If you watch my 2,000 snaps that I've played in my career, you're not going to find 3 dirty plays out of 2,000 snaps. So people are saying that I'm like the most hated college football player and I'm dirty. If you don't look at that play, which I wasn't choking him, I was just trying to get him down, you can't find 2 or 3 dirty snaps in my entire career. So people just saying that are just kind of jumping to conclusions. But I'm an aggressive player. I'm an intense player, and I'm going to do anything to get the opposing player down. So I mean, I was about to get juked out, and I was kind of off balance, so I kind of threw a shove at him, not expecting him to go down like he did, but I don't think he expected me to hit him or clip him like I did. People just kind of jumped to conclusions. Like I saw they were saying that was a dirty play. I'm just like, how? Like, how in that world? I'm literally just shoving a guy to get him down. Like, how does that make me a dirty player? Like, me trying to tackle Lamar Jackson, like, I tackled him by his neck. Like, I'm not going to, oh, God, I have him by his neck. Let me let go and let him go real quick. Like, so, because I have him by his neck, he might hurt him a little bit. We play football. Like, it's not like I'm not playing golf, like, or tennis. Like, this is an aggressive sport, and you can see that I'm kind of, like, annoyed by it because it's kind of been blowing up the past 2 weeks, and I'm like a dirty player. Like, and if you watch every single snap that I ever played, like, you're not finding one dirty play. They don't show the snaps where I'm helping quarterbacks up, or when I was like patting the quarterback on the head the first play of the third quarter, or I'm talking to the tight ends like having a good time. They only want to replay when I shoved them and want to replay the Lamar play 400 times, but they don't show the other snaps. So I don't really know if I answered your question. I don't really know what you asked, honestly. I've been kind of wanting to talk about it just because people wanted to label me as a dirty player when they can't find any snaps in my 2,000 snaps in my life that I've been dirty. So it's kind of been annoying. But I play the game in an intense way, and it's a tense game. I think I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I think people are trying to make the game soft and something that it's not, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play it how I've grown up playing it, and I'm not changing for anybody.
Coach Venables looked livid after the play. Did you have to explain yourself to him?
No, so that was I watched the game, the TV copy 2 days ago, and I saw like zoomed in on him like chewing me out, and he was getting mad because in the huddle they were like super cool guys. Like we were literally talking the whole game. Like it was a fun game because we were literally just having a conversation throughout the whole game. Like me and their tight end number 83 were talking, the running back, the quarterback, literally just like having conversation throughout the game. And after I hit him, we're in the huddle like waiting on the flag, and the quarterback tried to come to our huddle literally just to talk, like literally just like laughing about the play. And I'm like trying to talk to him, and Coach Venables was just like intense, just not really worried about it. And he was getting mad that I was trying to talk to their player, which I understand. Like it was the heat of the moment. Like I probably should have stayed in the huddle, but we were literally just like trying to talk, like literally just like laugh about the play because we were talking the whole game. So that's why he was chewing me out on the sideline. And I was like looking like I was like dumbfounded. I was like, Coach, we were just talking, and he was like, I don't care. That's the opponent. Like you don't talk to the opponent. Like, which I understand. Like in the middle of the game, like say to yourself, do your job, and after the game when you like dap him up, you can talk to him. So I understand where he's coming from, but I was really just like trying to have a conversation, and he chewed me out for it. But it is what it is. Like that's just Coach V. So you live and learn.
Does targeting even enter your mind when you're making a quick hit on a guy? I mean, do you have time to even think about, well, if he crouches down, I've got to make sure I avoid his helmet?
A little bit because we've kind of changed the way we practice and changed the way we like learn to tackle and practice. So you kind of you really think about it in practice, so it's kind of second nature. You don't really think about like I grew up leading my head. That's just how they taught it in football growing up. But ever since I've been here, you kind of lead your body, keep your head up, and use your upper body to like absorb the tackle. So you kind of think about it in practice. So it just is really second nature to the game. But some plays it's like kind of inevitable. Like, and I got injected my freshman year against Georgia Tech. The running back was like super low on the ground, but he was still running. So I could not hit him with my head because he was a foot off the ground. So I kind of just dove at him, and I had to leave my head because he was so low. So some plays are very difficult to not leave with your head, but they changed the way that they teach how to tackle. So it's a lot easier to kind of think about it because it's really just like common knowledge now to like know how to tackle.
How aware were you guys that some people were saying it's a big trap game